What podcast reviewer 37 describes as an indiscriminate hellish ride that I would not wish on my worst enemy. The industry's elite have said time and again, man, fuck those guys. Get ready, if your ears had butts, they'd about to be fucked. Welcome to the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show.
That's right. You know what that sound means? That means it sounds like it's time again for another episode of the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show.
If you love fucking the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show, give me a hell yeah, which is not even possible because we can't even fucking hear us, but yeah.
Well, I can tell you what, I'm here and I love it. Oh, hell yeah. So, as always, my name is Josh. I'm here today with Adam.
Yeah. So we're just going to get right into it.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you want to start? Because I know we could do Game Rage Wrasslin for this subject, but I want to talk about it.
All right, let's go. Let's talk about it. What do you got?
I ended up watching AEW Revolution.
Oh, you watched it?
Yes.
And it was good?
It was actually a pretty decent pay-per-view. And I don't know if it was like one of the, you know, the way the WWE has the Major Four and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
AEW Revolution was, you know, their
one
pay-per-view.
of their versions of that, yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it is, but it was really fucking good. And it was Sting's last match. And one funny thing, well, can I say what it is, or can I say what it is, or you want it to not be spoilers?
No, I'm gonna watch it just because I'm gonna watch Sting's last match. I don't think they're gonna win. I mean, there's no way they're gonna let him go out on top with the tag belts. But anyways, go ahead.
So can I say it or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, can I get confirmation one more time?
Yes, you can tell me the fucking spoilers.
All right,
I'm fine.
So Sting actually won. Darby Allin, and they won. So it kind of threw me off because, as far as I know, when you retire as a wrestler, you go on your back.
Yeah, that's it. That's how it works.
So Sting actually winning felt self-serving.
But to be fair, who were they fucking wrestling?
The Young Bucks.
No, they weren't wrestling the Young Bucks. They're wrestling AEW EVPs Michael and Nicholas Jackson, or whatever their fucking their full names.
Yeah.
Or Matthew. Was it Matt and Nick? That's their names, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever. It was like their full names, and they were wearing their stupid suits on the thing. They weren't even fighting characters. Well, they were extra characters. They're stupid. Like, that was pointless. So I don't think it wouldn't have been a service to Sting to drop the belts to those guys. So I kind of agree with that decision, to be honest with you. Because when I saw that that's who they're wrestling, I'm like, motherfucker, this is going to mean nothing. The Young Bucks don't need it.
They don't need it, yeah.
They should. And honestly, the only person who would be hurt by them winning, would be Darby Allin. And Darby Allin, in my opinion, is a great wrestler. Fuck, we should have talked about this other wrestling one, but whatever.
No, we'll talk about it again.
Oh, we will talk about it again. Yeah. Because you know what? I'm going to watch the whole thing, and then we can.
You can talk when we talk about it.
Yeah. All right.
But I'm not even going to talk about it a bunch. But
sure.
Yeah, Sting ended up winning, and then towards the end, he had a whole.
Like a celebration?
I don't think he had a speech prepared, so he was talking off the cuff, and he actually got cut off.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so they told him he had, like, Darby Allin walked up to him and told him he had 3 minutes. So he ended up talking, and then he said something towards the end that I didn't hear, and then the pay-per-view it blocked out, and then it just said AEW end of stream or something like that. And so I was like, why don't you just give him the fucking extra 2 minutes that he needs to say whatever he has to say? So I don't know if that's available on YouTube, the AEW YouTube channel, to see the rest of it, but I'm sure it'll be available. But yeah, I was just kind of throwing off I mean, sure, what you're saying makes sense, but still, I figured maybe he'd lose because his record is 29-0 on AEW, so he's never lost a single match on AEW.
Man,
what do you have to say about that?
I have to say that's the new streak. All right, since the Undertaker
undefeated, dude.
That's pretty fucking good, man. And he was there since basically almost not the beginning, but pretty close after that. I mean, he came around. So, and honestly, listen, we'll get deeper into that whole thing in the wrestling on the Game Rage Wrasslin, but I have to say, for a guy who fucking had a 30+ year career being Sting, I don't think he ever got his due, because the places that, I mean, he was in WCW when it went out of business.
He was never the promo god.
No, he wasn't a promo god, but he could fucking wrestle. And sure, if you wanted a guy who was essentially like the Ultimate Warrior light, Sting could do that. And then he could also be the Crow character, which is what he came into in his latter years. And after WCW went out, Sting kind of went away for a little bit, came back around in TNA, had a little resurgence there.
Had the Joker gimmick.
Yeah, which was pretty sweet. And then once he was in the Main Event Mafia, and then once the AEW came around, Sting definitely being in his twilight years, he came around and he kind of put over some guys. And I think, yeah, sure, you know what? Only fair that you let the guy go out. Let him have something. He's contributed so much to the sport and the art of professional wrestling that he's never actually really been given anything.
No, he hasn't.
And I think that people can say what they want about Tony Khan and how he doesn't know how to run a business and he doesn't know how to run fucking wrestling. He doesn't know how to do wrestling or whatever. But to show Sting the respect that he really deserves by letting him actually go out,
yeah, that's good,
undefeated. To me, that's a bigger gesture than any other company. When Sting was done with WWE, what did he do? He lost to The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Who did they eventually let fucking take the streak from fucking The Undertaker?
Wait, he wrestled the Undertaker?
Yeah, he wrestled him at a WrestleMania.
He did?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
No, they did. That was the whole thing. It was like fucking never before in the history of they ever fucking wrestled.
Way.
Yeah, because remember the NWO came out and then fucking DX came out and then like it was this whole fucking thing.
Damn, I have.
Yeah, didn't he wrestle the fucking Undertaker? Maybe he didn't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking did he wrestle Triple H? Was that it?
I thought he wrestled Triple H.
Maybe that was it. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. But
WrestleMania 31, right?
I don't remember which one it was, to be honest.
Yeah, Triple H versus Sting.
Oh, so it's Triple.
So
wait. But my point still standing. But my point still stands that when Sting was going out of WWE, they fed him to Triple H, who didn't fucking need any of this. That was a pointless fucking gesture. And to me, it was just for Vince to say, hey, bitch, I won the war. So even though you're gonna, because that was his original retirement, that was gonna be his last match, and then he came back for AEW. So that was how he was gonna go out, and I didn't think that was right back then. I didn't think it was right to do that to a guy, like I said, who's contributed a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, sure, he's not fucking Ric Flair, but I think he's contributed just as greatly as Ric Flair or any of the other greats.
I'd say he's an icon for sure.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, like when people think of wrestlers, or a lot of people would say that people that come to mind, Undertaker, Ric Flair, I dare say even Sting is in that category.
And Sting has had the longevity that no one else has had in terms of multiple fucking promotions.
True.
Because now, granted, I'm not going to talk shit about The Undertaker, all right? But he only did what he did with one company.
Mostly.
Well, sure, he was in WCW at the beginning, but once The Undertaker became The Undertaker, that character, he was WWF from 1993 until he retired, whatever, a year or two ago.
Yeah, the most meaningful years of his career.
Yeah, were in the WWF.
Yeah.
And once he hit that, he didn't go anywhere else. He stayed, which to his credit, yeah, that's cool. But Sting maintained relevance and popularity even through the downfall of a whole company, even through coming up in an upstart being TNA, and also fucking helping them climb to the moderate level of success that they eventually had. And then, yes, eventually he came back to do this. He came to do a stint in the WWE, which he had never done before. So granted, okay, that was inevitable. But then even after you've done that and you've maintained your popularity and maintained relevance, you should be retired for all intents and purposes. And then you decide, okay, I'm going to go to AEW and I'm going to help this new upstart out and give them a little more star power to try and fight the man. Yeah. And I think that's commendable.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people have been able to do that.
Yeah. I almost thought he was going to die.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they did a table. So you know, like the main entrance, there's a elevated platform, then there's the ramp.
Yeah.
So they went off to the side, and one of the young bucks did a suplex into a table, and I was just, oh my god, they killed Sting.
God, man. Well, fuck, Sting is 64 fucking years old.
Yeah, so
he's gonna be 65 in like 2 weeks.
I thought that for sure was gonna kill him. So okay, but that wasn't even the main thing I was gonna get at, because that's so sad. I'm saying that Sting's a footnote, but dude, the fucking best match of the night,
yeah,
without a doubt. And I'm not even gonna say anything what the outcome was or any of the things that happened. When you watch the pay-per-view, I just want to say that fucking Will Ospreay and Konosuke Takeshita, best match of the fucking night, hands down, dude.
That's fucking awesome. That's awesome to see.
Yeah, you got to check it out. Like, if you
did Kazuchika Okada come out?
I don't remember.
He's the Rainmaker or the Painmaker or something, I think is what they call him. That's like his, because supposedly he's signing with AEW, and so I
don't think so.
You didn't go. They were rumoring that he was going to make an appearance at Revolution, but
didn't. Probably not.
Maybe they're saving that for, well, fuck, that's a long time away to go to All In fucking England or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's very interesting.
Yeah. So when you watch it, Will Ospreay and Konosuke Takeshita, best match of the fucking night, dude. It was so good. Like, you know how people rate it X out of 5 stars?
Right, yeah.
That shit was 5 stars.
5
It
stars,
was fucking good, dude.
Oh, man.
It's better than any fucking WWE match we've watched. It's better than any AEW match it's so good, dude. It's so fucking good.
What was it on Bleacher Report? Is that where you have to watch it?
I don't know if you had to officially stream. You can order it for pay-per-view, but I imagine, yeah, if you're going to watch it, maybe it'd probably have to be on Bleacher Report.
Damn, $49.99.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You know what, though? You can probably find the whole match.
Yeah, I'm sure you can on
online somewhere. Squared Circle usually clips the most important parts of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, but I want to watch the whole fucking match.
Yeah, for that match, I think it's worth it.
Worth the $50?
Oh yeah, I think.
And I also want to watch it in HD or 4K or whatever. I don't want to watch it in fucking
some poverty.
Poverty stream.
Yeah, dude. You know? That for me, I think that was like match of the year, regardless of whether Cody
beats Roman.
This is the tits. This is the tits. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, I'm going to have to check it out. And then you can hear our further details and musings on the Game Rage Wrasslin podcast. So, man. Anyways, all right. What else? What else did you got?
Okay. So, for whatever reason, I want to talk about. What do you want to talk about? Greensboro, Alabama, or whatever the fuck Cody says.
I think Greensboro's in North Carolina.
Is it really?
Or South Carolina. It's one of those. Yeah. It's the Carolinas.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking
Birmingham is Alabama.
I was thinking of. What's that one? Forrest Gump, Greenbow, Alabama.
Greensboro,
not Greensboro.
Greensboro.
North Carolina, you say?
I think it's North or South Carolina. It's one of those. I don't know which one.
All right. Well, anyways, so yesterday. What?
Is this the sushi guy?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because I just want just so we can get out of the way.
Yeah. All right.
So yesterday, Josh and I went to go get sushi, and this was our celebratory sushi that we usually get at the end of the month. So the reason why we were celebrating was because, in terms of our total streams for our across all our podcasts, we exceeded
the previous month's number.
Yeah, but even if marginally, it's still
we're not
an
only
improvement.
Yeah, we're not only maintaining, but we're improving.
Yeah,
ever so slightly.
And that was with less days.
Yeah,
and potentially like less
episodes.
Yeah,
which was more impressive. So
so that was good. And then so we went out to go eat sushi at this place near us, and for whatever reason, people just felt like they had to talk to us. I'm not saying that to seem antagonistic, but we were talking about fuck knows what.
We were talking about all kinds of nonsense. It was okay. Us going to get sushi is essentially a butt fuck nowhere episode, just not recorded. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So one of the things we were talking about was fucking Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
And I know this person's not going to listen to anyways. I'm not going to. So I was talking about how I was going to purchase the game because I was already interested, and I kind of like the Starship Troopers feel to it. So I was trying to round up a posse so that we can play with, it's a co-op game mostly. I mean, you can play by yourself, but it's preferred
hard. Yeah, it's not easy.
It's preferred to play with the party. So one person I was recommending was somebody that comes across a little bit as a nerd because he kind of has like the, and I'm saying that with terms of endearment. But he's a real son of a bitch because he also is extremely sarcastic and he's pretty good about having a quick wit. So
that's what I was saying. It was like, oh man, he'll fit in great. And like you were saying, oh, don't fucking go too hard on the guy, with talking shit or making fun of him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, man, I'm not. Yeah, okay, I know I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm generally a pretty nice dude until you give me a reason not to be.
Right.
And even when if he likes talking shit, oh, dude, I love talking shit.
Yeah.
So and now, granted, this is what we've talked about before of me being kicked out of fantasy football leagues on several occasions because they tell me, oh, you like to talk shit? Oh, man, we love talking shit. And then I go and talk shit, and then they get offended and fucking kick me out.
Yeah, he just comes across as a dweeb.
Yeah, that's the
root of it.
Yeah, I don't generally make fun of people for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll let him, he'll give me some other reasons, some legitimate reasons to fucking talk shit about him or make fun of him.
Oh, so anyways, we were talking about Helldivers 2 and how much of a good time we're gonna have playing it, which we did. We ended up playing a couple games afterwards.
Oh man, it was fucking great.
Which was cool. But so anyways, one of the topics that so asinine because it didn't even really. It was so stupid, right?
It was, man.
We were talking about
let's preface
water flasks.
Yeah, okay, but before we let's just preface this with the way this is set up so that people can understand.
All right, you tell it.
So essentially, they have like a bunch of booths, but they're not private booths. It's like a long bench, and then there's some like 2 or 3 tables that they put, and then they put chairs on the other side of the bench. So theoretically, like when I got up, I accidentally put my ass in that guy's food because of the way that you have to turn to get in and out of the thing.
Oh, you're talking about after when you walked out?
Yes, afterwards. Oh, I mean, I did that on purpose, but I mean, accidentally, So, and I may have crop dusted him too because I walked by because I was not happy about the intrusion into our conversation. Unfucking invited, by the way. But anyways, so this is how it's set up. So it would be easy for someone to just fucking jump in. However, I still believe common decency is you just stay the fuck out of somebody else's fucking conversation, man. Now, granted, I will also say this. We get there, we sit down. This dude got there before us. Okay, he got called back first, party of 2. And I noticed when we sit down, of course they put us right fucking next to this guy. And I'm like, oh, this dweeb looking motherfucker. This guy looked like the fucking what you told me your friend is like. This guy looked like that. All right. And so we sit down and I'm like, oh, party of 2, huh? I thought in my head, oh man, it looks like nobody showed up yet. So then the waitress even came and said to him, oh, still not here yet? And he says, no, not here.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, so I did hear that. Yeah,
I was eavesdropping on his conversation, not interjecting, eavesdropping. Those are 2 totally different things. Okay, I'd just like to say that right now. So I was eavesdropping onto his conversation because he was talking to what I assumed was a girl, a female invitee. Yeah. And she basically told him or was telling him that he gave her she went to the wrong location. And I said, how many fucking places are named this around here?
There's one over on McKinley.
Yeah, there's one on McKinley. But I thought there's only one all-you-can-eat sushi place because they don't do it. Because I was looking it up because I was just curious to see where because he had said something about Ontario and I'm like, God damn, this bitch go to Ontario. He told her to go to one in Ontario. Like, what an idiot. So I thought immediately, oh, this is the typical 90-day fiance tactic where you're going to meet up for the first time. And then they basically give you, oh yeah, I'll be there. And then they tell you, oh, wait, what was it called? Oh man, I went to this one that's like 3 cities away. Like, oh man, I don't have time to drive over there. I'm just gonna go home.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought was happening. That's what I was low key about to. I was getting a speech in my head to say, hey, buddy, like I thought this dude was gonna go home and kill himself. So I was like, oh man, I better hey man, it's okay, man. You can't win them all. All right, just it's all good. Things happen. But I just kept it to myself and I'm like, we'll see where this goes. Because then she said he kept saying, oh, she's on the way. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way anybody's gonna show up, right? So we're sitting there, and finally, this individual shows up, And, you know, this did seem like this was kind of like their first date. This didn't seem like they were in a relationship already. Okay.
So still dating.
But what was very fucking weird to me was they sat next to each other.
What's wrong with that?
I fucking hate that.
Oh, I like that.
What the fuck?
Because you don't want to make direct eye contact.
Yes, you do. That's what you want.
When you
need to establish dominance, and you need to make sure that you show positive, hard eye contact. And how can I show you that I'm actively listening to all the bullshit you're telling me if you're sitting next to me? I gotta turn my fucking head and go, no, that's fucking uncomfortable trying to eat sushi. All right. I just want to sit and look at you from across the table, and we can fucking like finger fuck, or we can fiddle fuck with our feet below. That's acceptable. Okay.
You can play footsies when you're sitting next to somebody, but also on the same token, the purpose you're there for is to eat. So like the thing you want to do least is make eye contact with somebody when you're fucking eating.
Yeah, okay, that's what a normal person would think, but a person on a date, they're there to try to get some ass, all right? They're not there trying to get some fucking, they're not there just to eat. Getting to eat sushi all you can eat is a side note. That's a bonus to then potentially talking your way into getting some ass, all right? That's the point of going on dates to food places, is because it's like, oh, cool, I'm gonna have this nice meal and then maybe get lucky afterwards.
Oh man, if we this could have been a topic at the fucking sushi place, because I'm sure somebody would have jumped in on this. Like,
oh, I'm sure they would have,
to talk about table positioning.
After he said shit to us, I should have just been like, hey man, do you enjoy sitting next to your date like that? Isn't that kind of fucking weird for you? What does anybody else think in this restaurant? Because guess what? There were not single, but people sitting like that were couples. None of them were sitting next to each other. I don't sit next to my wife when it's just the two of us when we go on a date. We sit across from each other because that's normal. Okay, that's fucking what.
Does she make eye contact with you?
Yes, we make eye contact the whole time. But I'm not trying to get some ass. I already married that shit. I'm not trying to. I don't need to sweet talk my way into getting any. All right. So we're married. Okay, this is what we do. But anyway, so yeah, like you said, so that's the setup. Okay, previous to this. Now we're talking about hydro flasks and. That was so random, dude. Man.
Adam
said something about hydro flasks, and then
I said that.
What did you say?
Because my shit was starting to get musty.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was getting mildew on the cap
because he hadn't washed it in like a month or two.
I started seeing black stuff at the bottom,
yeah.
So maybe it was like a piece of food that got left over that I didn't wash out.
Yeah, potentially.
So then I was saying I washed it out with water and soap with the sponge or whatever. And then you can.
Oh yeah. So then one of us had said something about how like, I think I had said like, man, you know what sucks about that is like, it tastes like soap for like 2 weeks afterwards. And I just said, man, I hate that. That's why I never wash mine. Cause it tastes like soap. Cause I had said when Katie washes mine, it just ends up fucking tasting like soap. And I'm like, I fucking hate that. It tastes like dish soap. And so then the waitress comes in. Now, granted, she's the waitress. Okay. She wants to interject. No, she interjected first because she asked something about, oh, if we have that gene. Oh, no, wait, that was after. Maybe you're right.
No, I think she did ask about.
She asked, she's like, oh, are you guys talking about cilantro?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I was like, what? And then she's like, yeah, didn't you know about that cilantro? Like some people have a gene where it tastes like soap or it tastes like cilantro. And I'm like, well, what if I think soap tastes like cilantro? Like, you know, I'm like, how do I know if what tastes like anything? So then I said, no, I don't have that. I mean, cilantro just tastes not like dish soap to me. So, I mean, I guess I don't have that. And then she said, oh, okay. And so then this fucking dickhead next to us. Okay. Now, granted, I'm sitting directly next to him. Okay. Very close. He had this jacket and the hood of the jacket that he laid down on the seat was touching me.
He's encroaching.
It's encroaching upon my area. So there is less than 18 inches between us, less than a wall stud distance. Okay. In between us. So he looks over and I fucking saw it out of the corner of my eye and I said, please don't fucking say anything. And he looks over and he had glasses on and he fucking took his hand, his index finger, pushed up his glasses in the center and said, you know, the trick to that is to make sure you get in there with the soap and then you got to rinse it out with hot water for exactly 3 times. And then when you're done, you dry it out and then you rinse it out again with cold water. and then you dry it out again, and then you leave it upside down for 18 hours. And he was going on this whole diatribe. And so like I fucking turned my head and I looked at him and I said, okay. And so then I let him fucking go. And then as soon as he finished, I said, yeah, man, that's a great idea. But that sounds like a lot of work, and I'm fucking lazy. I'd rather just have it taste like soap. And then he did not seem to like that because I know what he was doing. He was trying to impress the bitch that he was with. Okay, he was trying to impress. Oh, look at me with my knowledge, and ha ha ha. And when I didn't immediately say, "Oh, thank you, sir, for that excellent knowledge," and man, you're so smart. What can I give you $5 like for this intelligent thing that you just told me? He immediately got kind of offended that I didn't thank him for it and said, I'd just rather have it taste like dish soap. And then he went back to his sushi and then just began angrily eating it. And this lady they didn't say another word to each other until after we left, I'm sure. Because the rest of the time we were there, which wasn't long, because we were waiting for the bill, I think, or we were just finishing up when this whole conversation happened.
Yeah, and then the other, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if we invited this. Because I don't think we were talking all that loud, unless we're just that good at conversation that people just want to hop in on shit that we have to say, which I don't think is. I don't want to throw us under the bus, but but I mean, we're not there to podcast or anything,
right?
Like that, but shit, man, if that was the most engaging conversation that people just had to jump in on, it was very strange. And
yeah, it was very strange. And
then the waitress comes back and says, "Oh, I bought this Starbucks fucking
yeah. Hey, you guys, you know what the best fucking water bottle I got was? I bought this one from Starbucks, and the straw screws into the top. And you know what? It's so great that's the only reason I even drink water." And I was like, "Oh, well, I don't want you we don't know this lady, but she's our waitress almost every time we go."
Yeah, surprisingly, yes.
And I don't want her to spit in our food or fucking tell them to spit in our food. So I just said, "Oh, damn, you know what? That's awesome. I'm going to have to check that out." Obviously I'm not going to go check that out because I don't fucking care. And I don't give a shit about your stupid Starbucks drink cup. How about you just give me the check and shut up and leave us alone? All right. We didn't come here to engage with you. We came here to talk to each other.
This is the second time she's done that.
Yes.
Or third or
yes.
Yeah.
I think she might be hitting on you. I don't know.
No,
I think that's possible.
I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
I don't think about that. I think what she's trying to do is to be friendly for the tip.
Sometimes I get that, but I don't know, man. I think she's hitting on you. I think she's trying to hit on you. I think she's trying to get at you.
No, I hope not. I hope not because, yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, but just
Jesus Christ, I hope not.
Yeah, I just think it was more friendly banter for the tip. Oh yeah, maybe my opinion will be swayed on the tip.
I don't know, man. Yeah. I feel like though, because she doesn't know that what if we hated Starbucks? What if we thought Starbucks was the worst, was the devil?
All right, next time we go back, we're just gonna be like, we just stare at deadpan her. What?
What?
We'll deadpan her and see what her reaction is and see if we can make her uncomfortable.
Then she's gonna never then we're never gonna get good service again. That's the only reason I engage with these people, is to continue getting the good service. Now, granted, we don't really leave tips that are that great. They're just average. They're like your 15%. But I don't think she necessarily remembers us for the tips. I think she probably remembers us for, yes, our strange conversations that we have, because we do always end up having some weird ass conversation pretty much anywhere we go. So, and I do think that the people that were behind you to the right in one of those booths, there was like this old guy and his wife maybe, and then like another old guy. I feel like they were talking shit about us.
Why? Because we had hoodies on?
I think because we had hoodies on, and because we were talking. Well, I mean, I'm kind of loud, and
I don't think we were talking that loud.
Well, we're in a goddamn sushi restaurant where they're playing fucking loud ass fucking music, and it's it's an environment. It's loud. Okay, go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because they were talking shit about something, and I think they might have been talking shit about the guy next to us. Potentially, because I think they saw the look that I was giving out of the corner of my side eye look when I was giving to this guy, and I was just, as he was telling us this nonsense.
What say you, good sir, about the bottle cleansing?
Yes, milady. Look at my excellent bottle cleansing skills. This is an excellent trait in a mate, wouldn't you say? That's what I felt like he was coming off as. And you know what? I just want to say, I'm never generally in favor of cock blocking people. But I hope that guy got no pussy after this. I hope she fucking dried up like the Sahara Desert. And when they were leaving, she said, I don't know what that shit was about the water bottle thing, but never do that again. And then left and just walked out. Like, that's what I hope happened, because that's what that fucking guy deserves. He deserves nothing but the worst for fucking interrupting. And you know, that was the worst part. He interrupted me in like mid-sentence as I was talking too. And then as I was trying to interject with my joke of that's a lot of work, he kept talking and wouldn't. And I'm like, okay, now I'm really going to nail him with this fucking thing about how I'd rather just have it taste like soap. You idiot. Thanks. I'll make you look stupid. Fucking unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But
Otherwise, the service was
fucking.
actually, it was the best service we ever had.
Oh, yeah.
Because we put the sheet down. By the time we put the sheet down,
she was already.
They already had the fucking plate, the first plate.
Yeah.
Served.
Yeah. She was like, okay, I'll take this. And then 10 seconds later, bam, here you go. I was like, oh, goddamn, did you have this shit on lock? Did you already know what we were going to get?
Mm-hmm.
Did you read our meta chip that we have or our Elon Musk chip that we have in our brains? And fucking now you know what we wanted?
Yeah. And so after a bit of evaluation, having a fresh mind about eating sushi, that Buena Park sushi place that does 100 pieces for what, like $50?
I think it's $50 is the challenge.
Yeah. I'm starting to think I don't think I could do it.
I don't think so either, because they put too many fried rolls.
The fried rolls, I think, fuck you over.
Because I was good up until I started eating that Philadelphia Crunch one, which is the fried, basically just a fried version of the Philadelphia roll.
Yeah.
And also the hot cream cheese may have also been that's not necessarily something that makes you want to eat more, I guess, like that flavoring, especially when you're kind of maybe already getting full, but you're not really feeling it yet. Because that thing does have, I think, 4 at least fried rolls on it. And that may put a kibosh on that shit right there just with that. I'd be willing to go try it just to fucking see. I mean, listen, if it's $50, because what, it's 50, it's only one person, right? That does 50 rolls?
I thought it was 2 people.
It's 2 people? Fuck, man. Maybe we should just go try it just to see.
Or because you know your brain doesn't register when you're full until 30 minutes after you're already full.
Shit. So we just pound it.
We eat the fried ones first.
Oh, and then
eat the
pound the rest of them.
Yeah.
All right, that could work. We could try that strategy. And then what do you get? What do we get? We get like a shirt, and like, do we get to name a sushi roll after us?
I don't know. I think the sushi's free, and then I don't know. You get to come back with 6 of your friends to go eat sushi again.
Oh, that's cool. Like for free.
I think that's what the prize, something of that sort.
Man, that'd be cool. Like they have a lot of places where they do the food challenges, and then you get to name a sandwich, or you get to name something on the menu. Cool. I'd just name it the fucking GameRageMagazine.com sandwich. It's just fucking free advertising, because they'd be like, what the fuck is this called? That's a long ass fucking sandwich. And maybe they'll just go check it out. I don't know. But that would be my strategy. If we ever won a food challenge and got to name something. Oh man, but Jesus Christ, dude. Just notes for people out there. Either whether you're on a date or whether you're not on a date, stay the fuck out of everybody else's conversation. Right? I don't care if there's technically no barrier between us. There is an invisible wall. If you would like to be entertained by what we're saying, then be entertained. But don't fucking jump in. You aren't part of the show, all right? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know what else to add about that.
That was all I had to say about that.
That's all I had to say about that, yeah.
Oh my God. So anyways, I guess I could talk about fucking eating shit a couple times today.
Okay.
Fucking, oh my God, man. So I have this thing where I have really bad allergies, right? And so bad that it gives you this like cough and it fucks you up, and it's, I basically, it's like I got pepper sprayed. All of my olfactory, like everything that can emit mucus emits mucus. Like it's horrible. My eyes, my fucking nose, my throat, my lungs fill. It's horrible. So I'll get to a point, like if I don't do something about it, where I'll start coughing super hard, and then my brain thinks that I'm drowning or dying, or I don't know what it thinks, but then it just shuts me off, and I just go out, right? So it happened one time before when I didn't really, I mean, I knew I had allergies, but I didn't really know they were that bad, I guess. And it was probably like 5 or 6 years ago, and we were in our old apartment, and I was just coughing like a motherfucker, and I don't remember anything. All I remember is just waking up on the bed, and I'm like, what the hell how did I get on the bed? And then Katie was like, she came in and she was like, oh, are you okay? Like, I thought you were throwing up. And I was like, oh, I don't know. So I just am on the bed, and she's like, oh my God, did you pass out? And I'm like, I probably, like, I don't really remember much. I remember I was coughing, and then now I'm on the bed. So yeah, I guess I passed out. I don't know. So then today, Chloe has kind of the same thing. It's not as bad as that, but I said, you know what? We've tried everything the last like 3 or 4 days, and it's getting better, but it's not as good as it should be. So I said, you know what? It's got to be these fucking dogs. I haven't shaved them in probably 6 months, so it's like with them being outside, all the shit just eventually it hits a point where shit just accumulates on them, and then they're basically just emitting fucking, you know, like they're just emitting fucking pollen basically. And so I said, you know what? I need to shave them. And then, you know, I hadn't bathed them in like, I don't know, almost 2 months. So I usually bathe them once a month to keep this at bay. But their hair was it was the perfect combination of their hair was too long and I didn't bathe them in like 6 weeks. So now to preface this, they're mostly inside dogs. They only go outside to pee a few times a day. Okay. So like, don't get crazy. All right. They're not like they're rolling in the mud and I'm just not bathing them for 6 weeks. I don't want fucking, what's the animal rights organization to come after me? Fucking PETA.
No, the opposite of, the opposite of CPS for dogs.
Yeah.
or
no, it is. Yeah. Yeah. CPS for dogs.
Or no, what would it be?
It's like animal control.
Animal control. Yeah, that's what it'd be. CPS for dogs.
CPS for dogs. Oh yeah, they have a thing. It's already called that. It's called animal control. So anyways, so I fucking am shaving them and doing it. And man, it like immediately just started fucking with me. So I'm like, God damn, I was right. It is these fucking dogs. So I shave one of them, give him the bath, kick his ass out. Bring the next one, the second one in, shave his ass, fucking throw him in the bath, kick his ass out. Bring the third one in, shave his ass, kick his ass out. And I'm starting to feel it. And I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm fine. And so then I said, you know what? I need to try to bathe the fucking cat. And so what a fucking mistake that was. Because that cat fucked me up. Like, generally the cat loves me. She's very nice to me. But I said, okay, I'm going to just set her in water and see what happens. So I set her in ankle deep, what the cat's ankle deep, okay? I set her in that, and she looked at me like I fucking betrayed her in a way that will never be fucking forgiven. Just with those sad, like that Puss in Boots when he does that little, like she did that, and then it immediately turned into rage. And she was like, I got to get out of here. And so she's trying to jump out, and I'm trying to like hold her in, and so what does she do? She jumps onto my shoulder and then digs all the claws in. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I had already gotten soap on her and I'm like, dude, I got to get this soap off of you. Cause like if it dries on you, then it's going to make you itch and you're going to be a fucking complaining. And I need to get this soap off. So I had the bathroom door closed. So basically I have the hose attachment with the shower. So I'm basically chasing her around the bathroom, trying to squirt her with this hose so that I can get her. So I finally get her back in the tub and I kind of hold her down and I'm like, just spraying her. So I get enough of the soap off. Well, she decides that she's going to, she fucking went up my arm. Like she climbed up my arm.
It just went.
And not swatting me. She was just trying to get away from the water. And so when she climbs, she puts claws in to climb up things. And she did it a couple times where she's gotten me in the thigh, where she was on the ground and she wanted to jump onto my shoulders, but she didn't know how to say like, hey, get on, get lower so I can do this. No, she just jumped up my leg and clawed her way up the side of my body onto my shoulder. And it hurt. So that's basically what she did. And got on my shit. I'm like, all right, we're done. This is it. And so I'm starting to feel this shit even worse. So I take the cat downstairs, kind of dry her off a little bit. Katie has her and Chloe's down there with her. And I'm like, oh man, like I can feel it. Just like my lungs are filling with fucking mucus and my eyes are just water. It was like I got fucking pepper sprayed. And I'm like, oh, I got to take a fucking nebulizer right now or I'm going to die. Well, not die, but I'm going to fucking have an issue. So I get the nebulizer, I get the shit. I go upstairs and I remember plugging it in. And I remember turning it on. And that's it. And then all I remember is Katie waking me up saying, do I need to call 911? Do I need to call 911? And I'm like, what? No, I'm fine. So she said that she heard some like banging. And then so she came up there to see what the fuck was going on because she said, oh, you know what? I need to get him the nebulizer because he's having a hard time. So let me just breathe. So she's like, I couldn't find it. So she's like, oh, and then I went up there and she's like, you're on the floor. I'm on the floor with the thing in my mouth. And she's like, man, I thought you were just laying on the floor doing it. And then I said, why are you on the floor? And you didn't respond. So then I was like, I kicked you because I thought you were fucking around. And then you didn't move. So I said, oh my God. And that's when I started shaking you. Like, are you awake? Do I need to call 911? And then that's whatever like snapped me out of it. And then she was like, yeah. No, she was like, oh, I thought you were dead. And I said, well, you said I had the thing in my mouth, right? And I was breathing it. And she said, yeah. And I was like, well, I'm not dead. I got the treatment. It opened up my airway. So like, obviously I was breathing. I just fucking probably whacked my head on some. So I know because I had in my other hand I had this like, because I dumped the dog hair, because what I do is I suck it up with the vacuum, because I do it in the shower so it's all contained, and then I fucking suck it up with the vacuum. And so after every dog, because their goddamn hair is so fucking thick, I have to dump the thing and then go redo it again because it'll just get clogged. So I had done that at the end, and I was like, fuck. So I did it, and then I still had more to suck up after I was already done. So I said, all right, let me just finish this first. So I was going to do it, and then I was like, oh no, I need to do this first. So I still had it in my hand, and I must have like fell on it. And man, dude, like my whole like right side just fucking, I was like right in the rib cage, I think is where I landed on the handle of it. And it's a solid piece of plastic. So I didn't break it, but man, I landed on that thing. And like I said, I'm surprised that didn't wake me back up just from that shock of hitting it. And so then I kind of was like, all right, I'm good. I'm good. And then so she was asking me, she's like, are you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then she's like, I'm fine. Like, man, I'm fine. Or I'm fine. Like you're actually fine. And I was like, probably a little bit of both. Because, yeah, whatever. I just fucking lost consciousness for a few minutes, for I don't know how long, a short period of time. And, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm like, everything's still attached. Like, I'm not dead. So I'm like, cool, I'm good. So just when I thought that was going to be the end of it, I fucking finished the treatment. So she makes me finish the whole fucking thing of the treatment, because usually I'll just do it for like 2 minutes and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. She's like, oh no, you got to take the whole fucking nebulizer treatment. And so I'm like, all right. So I do it. I take a shower because I'm like, all right, I need to shower all this shit off of me. Do it. I'm good. So then later, like 4 or 5 hours later, so I take a nap because obviously I got to stay up all night tonight. So I took a nap, get up. As I'm going back downstairs after I helped her put the laundry away, she says, oh, can you take the towel basket downstairs? So I said, cool. So I take it downstairs. So I'm walking down the little 4 steps down to the bottom part of the split level area. And the second I did this, I knew exactly what I did, because this is obviously not the first time I've done this.
Yeah.
So the second I went, put my foot down, and I over fucking stepped the final step. And I've done this before. I knew immediately once the step wasn't there where it was supposed to be, I was like, oh, this is going to fucking hurt. So my ankle my foot hits the ground at a little bit of an angle. I tried to like straighten it out as best I could. And so if I would have just put straight down on it, I would have fucking rolled my ankle and fucking would have been toast. But I've learned that if you want to avoid rolling your ankle, you just roll with it. So I fucking like tossed the basket. It literally went across the fucking thing all the way to the fish tank, which is quite a considerable distance. I chuck it, and then I roll into the thing. So the same direction my ankle was rolling, I just rolled that direction, and basically my ankle stayed, because I was now weightless. It basically stayed in the same position, and I just rolled over, and there was no weight on it. So, but what's directly in front of that is a light, which luckily I didn't break the light this time, but that's the third one. I've broken fucking 2 of the predecessors to that light by doing the same thing and just snap them straight in half, because it'll get caught up in me when I'm rolling or doing whatever, and I'll land on it and it'll just snap straight in half. It'll spark. I almost got electrocuted the one time, but anyways, so luckily this time I didn't catch the lamp. So, but Chloe has all this it's like this big ass kitchen thing and all this shit on it. And I fucking just literally,
you're like Godzilla.
Dude, yeah, it's like those old fucking movies with Godzilla when he's like, it's the little cities that they build and they throw him through it. It was just like that, man. Or just like when what was it, when Shawn Michaels threw fucking that dude through the fucking window, Marty Jannetty, when he threw through the set of the thing. Yeah. It was just like that, man. Fucking went right through it.
Shockmaster through a wall.
Shattered the whole, luckily it's all plastic, so you can just put it back together. But it exploded the second I hit it midair. Like I could feel it explode out. And then I landed, and it's not carpet, it's fucking, linoleum, hardwood tile. And it's like, my whole body was just the whole thing just hurt immediately. And then I'm like, fuck. And so I laid there for a minute, and I'm like, God, I really hope, because I can't feel if my ankle's fucking broken or fucked up, because I'm like, God, I really hope I did this right and I didn't fuck my ankle up, because I said, I'm gonna be real pissed if I gotta fucking walk with a limp for the next fucking 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm laying there and Katie was outside and then she comes in and I thought
you fucking idiot.
I thought she like heard or saw me because I thought she was going to come down and I just hear her she's watching The Real Housewives on her phone and then she's like making food and I'm like, hey, can you come help me get up? And she has the audacity to act like shocked, like, oh. And I was like, what? And she's like, oh, I didn't know you were over. What do you mean help you get up? And so then she walks over there and she sees laid out.
It's like,
and dude, she immediately starts laughing. Like she has to sit down on the stairs because she cannot contain her fucking
it's
laughter.
like a crime scene with a guy.
Yeah, it's like my leg.
Like,
that's literally what it looked like, the leg outline, like with the legs like sideways, you know? And so she just could not stop laughing. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's fucking hilarious. Like, I agree with you. And she's like, I'm so sorry. This is not funny. She's like, but you're just not having a good day, are you? And I said,
did Chloe laugh at you?
Oh, Chloe was already asleep. Thank God. Okay. Thank fucking God. Because I would have never heard the end of it from her. So I said, yes, I'm aware. This is fucking hilarious. However, can you stop laughing for a second and come fucking actually help me get up? Because like I just want to make sure nothing is going to give out on me. And so now I am convinced that like my hip is not aligned correctly. And that's why this keeps happening to me, because it's always on the same fucking leg. And I think that my right leg is like just a little bit shorter than my left leg because my
you have a penguin walk.
Yeah, because I think my hip's not aligned properly from, I don't know if it's from being from baseball, from catching. Like
I think you just have a shorter leg. You probably have a short, because I've seen you walk like a penguin.
Yeah, could be. I mean, it could just be like a fucking one leg's maybe shorter than the other. But this hip fucking has been bugging me the last few years. And I think that there is some, I don't know, there's some internal, like it's maybe popped a little bit out of the socket, just like that 1/8 of an inch or a 1/4 inch or whatever it is. That's just enough to throw off my.
What side did you slide on?
I would slide on this one, but like when all the ankle injuries that I had were on this right foot.
But when you slide, you went what?
Like well, you went this foot like first. This? Oh fuck yeah, maybe that. Like, because that's where you impact. That's where you impact into the base. So maybe it's pushed it up over all those years, and then, you know, yeah, I don't know, man. That's probably what it is. But anyways, yeah, I'm definitely convinced that like I need to go to the chiropractor or something and maybe have them adjust my hip or whatever. Because I was watching, I got last night. Oddly enough, I was watching this guy who's a chiropractor, and he's like some famous guy, a chiropractor dude, and he was doing the WWE Legends, and it was like a mixtape of all them getting adjusted. And man, some of the shit that he's doing, I was like, oh man, I could probably benefit greatly from fucking experiencing some of those things. So today I was just, after all this shit happened, I was like, man, I definitely need to do this. And then Katie, of course, she has to tell me at the end of it, she's laughing and laughing, right? And then she's like, I can't stop laughing. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Again, I agree with you. It's hilarious. Okay. If this happened to you, I would also be laughing and saying things that are probably hurtful to you, but I would just think they were funny. So I was like, I get it. I'm not mad at you or whatever. So then she's like, hey, I need you to do me a favor. And I was like, what? And she's like, can you not die? And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, you almost died twice today. And I was like, first of all, neither of those, it's going to take a lot more than fucking that to kill me. Okay. I've been through a lot of things. My car caught on fire. Like, you know, I mean, there have been multiple situations. Yeah, car caught on fire while I was in it. You've heard that story. Multiple things have happened to me that I probably should have died but didn't. So it's going to take a lot more than fucking falling off a substairs or fucking having a cough attack that's going to fucking kill me. All right. Like, so I told her, I said, just I'm fine. All right. Just don't worry about it. And then she was just like, okay, whatever. Yeah. And then
why didn't you just take the extra time to walk the extra step?
Well, it's not that I did that on purpose. It's just the way my gait was. I thought that I was hitting the next step because I was holding this heavy ass basket, so I couldn't see beneath me. So I thought that I was just, because it was the final step before the floor, that the one I missed. So luckily I landed. My foot was on the floor when it landed, so that's why I was able to like. I didn't really fall off of the top of the stairs. If I would have did this on the first step and missed,
you would have had a nasty spill.
It would have been fucking. It just would have hurt a lot more because I would have done the same thing because that's what I've done in the past is I roll, and I've done that one off that top step, and yeah, that one I was hurting for like about a week. Like my whole fucking right side was all fucking bruised from hitting that floor so hard. And honestly, there's no way. yeah, oh, like they say in wrestling, like, they teach him how to fall, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can know how to fall so it doesn't hurt as bad, but it's still gonna fucking hurt, especially in this instance when you're not expecting it. It was totally, completely unexpected. And it was just like, well, it's either roll and hurt the majority of my body for maybe 24 to 48 hours, or don't roll and fucking sprain my ankle and have my ankle swell up to the size of a softball, which is what happens when I lightly sprain my ankle even.
Yeah.
And then deal with that for the next 6 to 8 business weeks. So, which I am not fucking down for. So I said, fuck that. I'll take this. It's much easier to take for a couple of days. I'll take some Tylenol or whatever. But yeah, man, it's like, fuck, today was not a good day, man. It was a bad day.
I mean, shit, dude. Whenever I go down, I sound like that fucking guy from Sushi. You know what I always do when I walk down the stairs?
I always look before I step. I'm not stupid.
No shit. Yeah. No, but I do that because I'm not somebody that, dude, I don't know how people are able to walk downstairs without looking. They just keep a level, their eye level's the same. No problem. I have to look down, dude. I have to look down and see where I'm stepping because I don't want to do what you do.
Well, yeah, obviously I have to do that too because the rare occasion that I'm not looking, I almost kill myself. So
yeah. Well, what else you got? Is that it? Yeah, more dad.
I mean, for that story, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like that was pretty much the end of it. Is it also just, as a PSA to people out there, just fucking, just be careful because you never really know, especially if you're not. And I'm not saying I'm super athletic or anything, but I at least have the muscle memory of how to fall and roll and do things where I'm not going to actually possibly kill myself if I take a spill.
Yeah.
So
I've also heard that yelling before you or shouting
before you go downstairs,
you go with the fall and then you also yell like, so you tense up and the blow doesn't go as bad.
See, I've heard the opposite, that the blow hurts less if you're loose. If you tense up and you impact, that's what in car accidents. That's why the people that get injured the most are like the guy who does the DUI or is drunk. He comes out almost uninjured because it's like he's so loose that he's basically limp when he crashes into you because he's asleep or whatever. So, but the car he crashes into, maybe even if it's not even that bad of a crash, like, oh man, they hurt their neck and their back and fucking all this shit just because they tensed up because they saw it coming and then that caused everything to get all thrown out of whack. For me, the yelling, when you at least in martial arts, when you yell, when you go do the roll, is so you don't get the wind knocked out of you.
Oh, the wind knocked out.
Yeah,
of you.
so it's like you're already exiting the air, most of the air out of your lungs when you make the impact. So that way, when you make the impact, it doesn't because then you can't catch your breath back. But if you do it to yourself beforehand, you can breathe normal right after. So, but yeah. Maybe yelling could help some people. I don't know.
Well, I don't want to find out. So I'm not going to intentionally fall to find out.
You're just going to be more fucking careful.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Anyway, what else you got? You got anything else?
Yeah, just to end. I don't know if this is going to be the end. It probably will.
Yeah, probably.
So potentially we have 4 or 5 interviews lined up. I probably already said this on the All Gas No Trash podcast.
Man. We're going to say this on every fucking podcast we own because why the fuck not?
Yeah, why the fuck not? Yeah. So I think we have 4 or 5 people lined up for the future for interviews for the Without Censor podcast. One being a OnlyFans creator. Second,
yeah, buddy.
Potentially, I don't know when this is going to happen. This is probably going to be happening in a few months down the road. So Sedona's mother is going to be making music. If you don't know who Sedona is, you can go back and listen to previous episodes to find out who she is. Or probably the latest episode, because that's where we talked about her, because she was mentioned on this thing called Ones to Watch. But anyways, she's going to be making music, and we were kind of interested in interviewing her because, as far as I know, she doesn't have social media. So this is as good a time as any to promote an artist that is starting from scratch, basically. It's somebody that's on the older side, which is cool because, I mean, it's nice to have the young whippersnappers to talk about, but this would be a nice change of pace to hear from somebody that has a wealth of experience and has probably something to say about, to have something to write about in terms of music.
Right.
And then I spoke to Jose of KCRW and the Paramount talent buyer for the Paramount KCRW DJ and talent buyer for the Paramount, because we've never actually sat down and talked. I've talked to him at events briefly, maybe at most for 30 minutes. It's usually about music stuff. So I've never actually sat down and talked to him just to have a conversation. So that would be nice, because that's like a relationship that I've had for the last 5 years, and it feels like it's time to fucking cross that fucking line.
Yeah.
And then Galo Galvan, who is also another person that we have lined up. I think sometime around April. I don't know specifically when that'll happen, but new venue that's going to open up in Pomona that we're probably going to go visit and do the interview at. So we're probably going to be talking about that, and then why he's even doing it, and maybe some of his experiences. Because I don't know if you remember, but Rachel, the person that we interviewed, the episode's going to come out March 20th, I think.
Yeah, sometime in March, mid-March.
Just
mark calendar for mid-March. We'll let you
mid-March,
know.
Okay.
You'll know.
All right. One of the things I remember her saying, and I don't remember exactly, but maybe you can confirm it. I'll have to listen back to the episode. But I think I remember her saying that Galo was the person that booked Nipsey Hussle, like as the first person that booked
ever to book up. I think you're right. I think
like the first major venue that booked Nipsey Hussle. So I was like, that's kind of interesting, and I'm sure he has a number of stories where he could talk. Talk about who he booked, and because he's, I think he was formerly the events manager of the Fox Theater Pomona, and he was doing events at the Fox Theater on the rooftop portion, and he has this thing, this promotion called A Huevo, and it featured a whole bunch of artists and stuff, like new and rising artists, and that dude's like a really good dude. He bats for artists and stuff, and just very passionate about music and very helpful to the music community here in Southern California. So I'm like, we got to have him. So now we can kill two birds with one stone and get to see what that place is like, and then do a podcast there potentially. And then I forgot the other person. We might have this other person. We haven't gotten a date on when we can do it, but this guy, his name is Brad Dalius or Brad Dalius. Has a YouTube channel called Sports Standouts, but as I came to find out, he has a little bit more of a background in sports and radio than we previously thought. So if he ends up getting back to us, that's another potential person that we're gonna be interviewing. But also, moving away from that subject, we're not even thinking, we're gonna do it. We're creating a new podcast that's about storytelling, and originally this was going to be the episode that we were going to work on today, and we decided to push it back. I mean, I'm not saying I have the two stories.
Yeah, so do I.
But I decided maybe we should push it back to give other people a chance. I know the real possibility, or what's going to end up happening, is if I tell people that they have the option to write their own stories and we can read it off in the podcast episode, is that it's not actually going to happen. I don't think anybody's going to pay attention first, but maybe down the road. But I want to give people the option from the get-go and not wait like 4 or 5 episodes down the road.
I think that's cool to at least give them the chance, which is why I think we agreed to just say, hey, you know what? We can wait a week or two to record the first episode and give people some time to maybe submit some story. Because that's kind of the goal. Is it's an exercise for us. Because, I mean, one of the things that I'm super passionate about and I love, listen, man, I love podcasting. It's fun and all, and it's great. But for me, that was never the main focus of this. It was always to be able to make stuff, to create things, like to, write stuff or, do whatever. Preferably me, like make, film and TV shows or whatever. That's kind of like what I want to do, or what I wanted to do out of this. So this is a cool exercise in us being able to to write. And we're, every week there's going to be a topic or a theme or something. And everybody's got to write a story about a 1-page story or thereabouts, around approximately a 1-page story about whatever this topic is. And it's, it's just to kind of see what other people can come up with. And anybody that's interested, we would absolutely love for you to submit a story. So if you're listening to this and you want to submit a story to what will be the first episode of what's going to be called, what is it? Ephemeral Tales. That's going to be the name of the Game Rage. The Game Rage. What? story podcast. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be called.
Yeah.
And so if you want to submit to the first one, you can send it either to me at Game Rage Magazine on Instagram or TikTok, and you can send it to Adam on Instagram if you want, at All Gas No Trash Official. If you want to send it to him, either one of us will take your submission and we will read your submission. Like, there's no time limit. Like, listen, I mean, obviously, if we get like 1,000 submissions, we're not gonna be able to read them all, but I don't think we're gonna get that many. But everybody that submits to us for the first one, you know, we're gonna for sure read them all. So, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna actually like read them and do our best to actually act it out and not sound like fucking complete idiots when we're doing it. And we may come across as complete idiots anyways, but whatever. We're gonna try. We're gonna give it a good shot, a good try, and take it seriously. So even though some like the stories I wrote like are not like they're comedic in nature, so that's, you know, that was just what that's my go-to. So I just, you know, I just lean on it when there's pressure. So I just lean into the comedic side of it. So and we're also going to talk about things that we're working on. That podcast will be about probably 50 to 75% that thing where we're reading stories and doing that, and we're going to talk about throwing out ideas and coming up with new shit to start filming. And the first one that we have is this new idea that I had and came up with for, I'm just going to tell you the character, Ultra Bastard. All right. That's all you're going to get. If you want to hear the details of what it's going to be about and how fucking and then us just shit. It's going to be also workshopping ideas and just fucking talking them out with each other, which is probably going to be entertaining for people because we're going to probably come up with some ridiculous shit. Yeah. And then it'll be interesting for you who listened to then see what actually made it into the fucking show. Like when we put it up and stuff.
You passed gas.
Oh yeah, man, that was bad.
It fucking reeks, dude.
Yeah, I got to take a shit. So
that was horrible, dude.
You know what I ate today? Steak and fish. That's it. That's all I ate today.
That's a terrible combination.
Oh man.
Well, I mean,
and broccoli. Actually,
that's probably the. Dude, it singes my nostril hairs.
The nose hairs. Damn. Well, my ass flatulence has been known to fucking put out a person or two. Maybe you will pass out, and then we can both have passed out today.
Yeah. And then also, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So the first topics that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why, but I ended up picking friendship and food as the first topics as prompts to.
Yeah.
God damn, it still smells.
It's not gonna go away for anytime soon.
Yeah, the prompt was food and friendship for. I don't know why. Maybe we should just stick to one. But
no, fuck it.
Yeah,
two. That's one story each. One page story apiece. Yeah. One on fruit. One on food. One about friendship.
And I think we're probably gonna stick to having a 2-story minimum for every episode. Or rather, for every prompt that we do for one episode, we write 2 stories. So the other one I was thinking of that I thought would be kind of fun is to do found footage or found.
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be kind of fun just to see
like a found diary page or a found something that somebody wrote and then now it's been found.
Yeah, just to see if people or if we end up. Well, actually, people in general, I suppose. If people end up participating, but I want to see where people go. I feel like horror is going to be the thing that people end up going with.
Yeah, probably.
But that's the second episode. Just a bit of a.
Yeah, just so you can get your shit together and you can submit stuff if you want. So yeah, so send them to those our Instagram or TikTok or wherever the fuck you want to send it to. Just DM us and we'll fucking take it. And
I'll definitely be posting it on Instagram just to mention that we're gonna be doing this. And if you want to write a story, we'll probably give it about a week or two just to see if you can write.
Yeah,
and the limit is a page. The limit. Yeah, stick to a page.
Yeah, one page on one standard Microsoft Word page.
Yeah, and if you end up going above,
a little over, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't really care because I think I ended up doing for one of them.
Yeah, don't submit us an entire novel.
Yeah,
but also if you actually do have an entire novel that you would like us to read as an audiobook, we are also doing that as well for one of our author friends.
Yeah.
So if you would like to be in on that and you would like to either be a voice or if you got a book that you want to fucking turn into an audiobook, we will take that and do it for you for a very, very reasonable price. So, you know.
I don't know why I want to talk about farts real quick.
Go ahead, let's do it. This is a BFN show.
Man, you know what's really gross is when you smell fecal matter, it's because the molecules of fecal
are inside your nose.
Yeah, that's fucking gross, dude.
Well, that's great. But a fart smell is not that.
It's feces.
Yeah, but I'm wearing
the stench of feces.
Okay, first of all, I'm wearing underwear and shorts. So How did particles of feces escape that?
Because the feces hasn't come out yet, so it's coming.
But it's not a piece of the feces. It's just like the gas from inside your fucking
man. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that's true, but also,
I mean, that still is gross if you think about it.
yeah.
That's why when people do the Yokozuna, they get pink eye because you fart right in the dude's fucking face with your bare ass. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that is actually shit particles getting onto your face. Man, what a time we grew up in.
Gas particle. I mean, yeah, dude, fart particles in your nostril and your mouth, dude.
Do the Zoomers think fart stuff is funny still?
I don't know. That's a good question.
You know what we need to do for the Interview Without Censor podcast?
We
need to find a Zoom. No, we are millennial. We need to find a Zoomer.
Oh, Zoomer. Okay.
We need to find like a Zoomer, like an 18-year-old Zoomer, and just be like, all right, what's funny? Like, tell me what you like. What are you into?
It's lowbrow humor. Like,
well, that's fart humor is lowbrow humor. I could dig that. I can get down with that.
I'm sure they would be down with it because they're into stupid catchphrases like and just saying stupid as if I don't find them funny myself. Like bro went through the ceiling, or bro did this, bro did that. Oh, he for real like me, like talking about fucking Goku or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Riz.
Oh, yeah.
What's some other?
Oh fuck, I don't know, man. But anyways, it just be maybe we should talk to one of them assholes.
One of them assholes.
Just see how that goes.
I'm sure they would love to be addressed as that. Hey, you.
Hey, you asshole.
Gen Z asshole.
Young asshole. Come here and speak to us.
That makes me think. Okay, so the new Pokemon game for the Nintendo Switch is Pokemon XYZ. It's that Z Pokemon, whatever, that weird slime thing. But it has the logo says Pokemon Z, and then there's like an A embedded in it. So people have been making memes that says Pokemon Zaza, like weed.
Yeah,
it's the Pokemon getting smoked out, or yeah. It's pretty funny. Yeah,
that's funny. That is pretty funny.
All right. Anyways, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. Let's call it a day. Let's call it a day. All right. Well, thanks for listening. If you want to hear us, so you can listen to all our shit at Game Rage Magazine. Yeah, you know the drill. I'm not even gonna go through it all. So, all right. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. It's the wrong button. Anyways, all right. Well, thanks for listening, and we will catch you on the next one.